My guest today goes by many, many names. Saya, the tribal monk, Drum Boodha, Silence. But I know him as Shahbaz Mansoory, who is a very close friend of mine and the owner and operator of Omni Aura and a phenomenal hand drum percussionist. Welcome to the show, Shahbaz. Welcome, bro.
How you doing, my man?
Good to see you. Good to see you. Looks awesome. It always looks so comfortable where you are. Like, it's so inviting, so warm.
Like, well, you've been here, so this is the studio, basically, a little meditation spot.
Do you want to maybe tell the listener a little bit about Omni Aura and what you do there?
Okay, well, basically these are they're meditation lights that I've come across. When I was back in India, when I was working back out there doing music, I had a producer friend with me who started this business basically down there. So these are lights that trigger your pineal gland. Now, if the viewers don't really are familiar with what a pineal gland is, it's kind of like a little tonsil-like thing gland in the middle of your thalamus in your head here. And in the Eastern philosophy, they refer that to as your third eye. So this device is basically a pulse-like meditation device, which activates your pineal gland. And it brings you to a state of hypnagogia. Hypnagogia is basically a state between sleeping and being awake. So it's a state which you get to where you start feeling a lot of peace and relaxing, which a lot of people refer to as meditation. Now, meditation you can do in many ways. What this device does is it's a shortcut almost to get you to the hypnagogia state, and instantly within minutes you're in a feeling of euphoria, you're relaxed, you're in a meditative state. Basically, it takes you to a point of meditation, which a lot of people that I'm hearing now are beginning to seek. Back in India, this meditation comes in very different forms and is practiced and exercised almost daily in very different forms. So it's very strong out there. But now, coming back to Canada here and being in the Western world, I'm starting to see the word meditation with the introduction of yoga in the last decade here in the Western world. It's kind of perpetuated this type of culture now. And a lot of people are understanding that their mental health is directly connected to the way that they can calm your mind. And the only way you can calm your mind basically is by being with yourself and allowing yourself to let go of everything that is happening.
You want to explain kind of like, so someone comes into your business, comes into your place, into your room, and so what's the process? So they walk in, they say hi.
A person will basically come in. What I have is an aura imaging device. I use that device to basically get a graphical representation of your energy, and it also gives me your 7 points, your chakras, basically your alignment, the way that you align yourself. So basically what it does is it gives a graphical representation of your chakras and your energy. I'll take that, I'll get an imaging, then we'll go into a breathing session, which lasts from anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes. And once you got your breathing and your calm down, there's 2 ways to take the light. You can take it up sitting up, or you can take it while you're lying back. When you're sitting up, it's kind of like looking at a theater when you're in an auditorium, so your panoramic view is like this. But when you're lying back, it's kind of like looking up at the sky when you're lying back on grass, and you get more of a 360 panoramic view. So the experience is a little different depending on which position you're in.
Sure, and then this light like device. It's about yes. Like 2 feet by 2 feet, and it's kind of, I don't know, a foot away from your face. Is that?
Yeah, absolutely. It's almost the size of like a medium-sized dish, almost. Or a little frisbee almost. Depending on the session, because there's different intensities of sessions, I'll keep it at least about a foot and a half away, and then I can adjust the intensities of the lights externally if I need to, if I feel that it's too intense at times.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's very hard, very, very difficult to explain. I've been trying to explain exactly what it is. You can go to the website and check it out. But the experience is something very, very different. For everybody that has come in and has experienced this, you alike have always given a different reaction coming out of the light. Because when you go on my site and you read it, you have a little perception of what it may be, but it's actually nothing what people perceive.
Sure. Yeah, and that's like omniaura.ca. Is that correct?
Yeah, omniaura.ca.
Okay, great. Awesome. And yeah, so I'll say from my experience, which was so cool. So I've done it a few times now, this light sessions with the Lucia Light, and the other one's called Pandora. Is that right?
Pandora Star.
Pandora Star. So both of them are exceptional. So I remember coming in, we would use the GDV machine to measure the aura. Right. And the chakra balance. And then we did a light session. So we had a before and after. So you measure it before, you do the light session, and we measure it after, and you can physically see the alignment. Yeah, the alignment. And then it gives you mathematically, like if you were at 75%, now you're at like 89 or 90%.
What I believe your initial reading was 78 the first time we did it. Your alignment showed at 78%. And you did we did about a 15-minute light session, the DMT2 session, I think it was that I gave you. And when you came out of it, and we rechecked your image, you had come up to a 92%.
Yeah, exceptional, amazing. Shahbaz, is it fair to say that it's always beneficial to do a light session?
I have seen no side effect from this at all, because this is not a drug. It's not a physical thing that you're taking in your body. Everybody that has taken the experience has messaged me or called me back, or when the next time that they have met me have said that it's assisted them in their sleeping. A lot of people have anger issues, meaning that they let their anger take the better of them, and they say that by doing the lights, it's helped them to remain calm in a certain way. And I think it's because what happens is when you're dealing with a lot of stresses in life, what you're doing is you're allowing your mind just to look at those set of vibrations that are coming to you. And if you can think of something that's joyous, that's why people say be grateful and have gratitude. So when you're stressing, if you look at something that's gratitude, what you're doing is you're changing your pace. You're allowing your mind to slow down and look at something that is not stressing you out. I mean, it's just basically as simple as that. Now, we've gone as far as getting you these types of devices and stuff where people have to bring this into a routine of their life and consciously make an effort to come here and do that. And maybe that's what the device does, is it's an attraction for people to come and exercise this, because throughout the whole day, you're dealing with your children, you're dealing with finances, you're dealing with work, you're dealing with your health, you're dealing with a lot of things.
So we were talking a bit about the whole process of walking into your place, and and my experience feeling this calmness, and then having that, the GDV camera and getting the full spectrum of like your chakra alignment, then going and doing this light session, feeling that thing, opening the pineal gland, seeing these amazing. We don't really talk about the colors and lights like that get generated, because it's just like a white light, like different white lights. And then I remember the experience for myself seeing all these amazing geometric shapes and colors and stuff like that. So you want to talk a little bit about that?
Well, everything that you were seeing, everything that you're describing right now was a creation of your own mind, because the device itself is only a white light. And they're put in a cross almost formation, and they all run on different BPMs at different times, and they're sequenced. So it's hitting your pineal gland and pulsating in a different way. So every time that you go under it, you'll see if the experience is very, very similar, but it's like a snowflake. Like when you see it snow, you understand that it's snowing, and that's what's similar. But if you look at every flake, it becomes different. And that's what this is basically like. Every experience that's happening to you, and every visualization that you're seeing, is happening from your own pineal gland, because the colors and the shapes that are being produced are in your own mind itself. The only thing that it's doing is this is assisting. Like we've done the same sessions together, and I, under the same session, have seen different colors than you have. I've seen colors that you have not seen. You have seen colors that don't appear to me. So it's very different for everybody in terms of the experience that they have.
Yeah, that's it. Well said. I think it's what's so great about it, again, just to drive that point home, is without using hallucinogenics or any kind of things like that, you're able to have these experiences and open the pineal gland. And number one, and number two is that for those people that you hear it so often, I can't meditate, it's too hard, it's too this, I've tried, I've failed, stuff like that. It's, it's just it's a shortcut to something so much bigger to give you that kind of glimpse into it.
The result that everyone strives for meditation is a calming. And there's so many different ways to get to the calming. A lot of people, it takes a long time to do all these processes, and they never get to a calming because they're so focused on the process. What it is it's actually just calming. It's allowing you to get into this light and give you a euphoric feeling. And what it does is it pushes back everything that is currently happening to you right now. It doesn't allow you to actually indulge into anything. There may be lingers of things, but it doesn't allow you to focus on the bogus, basically.
Yes, yeah. That's what's so interesting is that you don't have those, because when you're trying to, I always say, the basic, let's say meditation 101, like just follow your breathing, like breathe in, breathe out, follow your breathing, and then occupy your mind with that, right? That's what they tell you.
Well, what the breathing is doing is what you're trying to do with the breathing is push back all of that clutter that's there, so you can go to a conscious mind. What this is doing, this light, with these colors and these shapes that you're seeing, that's what it's physically doing.
Yeah.
It's tangibly pushing those thoughts back. Now, under the light, if I was to whisper to you, try to perceive this, you may be able to, but it won't be as clear because the lights are forcing you to push that focus back and allow you not to do anything but to focus on the light and just look at the constructs. And what that construct is doing is decluttering and defragmenting your mind. That's what you are doing. For that moment, you are in a state of hypnagogia. You are in a state of calmness. And you're getting the effect that people get after 2 hours of breathing and staying calm and not saying anything and then getting to a state of calmness. So this device is basically, that's why it's helping a lot of people instantaneously. In our lifestyle here, we don't have the time to take out 2 hours to meditate. A lot of people just don't have that time. What these doctors in Austria did, being from the Western world and being from these same type of patterns of life, daily life, they have introduced a light that you can do for 10 to 15 minutes in your day and achieve the calmness that you would have to get to by doing multiple hours of meditation.
There's so many subjects that we can talk about that we do discuss, you and I, as you said, on a daily or weekly basis. So we'll get into those things next time. Is that cool?
Absolutely.
Okay, bro. So with that, I'll wish you a successful and peaceful mind and have a wonderful evening. And we will talk super soon.